EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Already here, they'll audible to something else. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. He's on his way. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. And he's got, there he goes, left side. Now he's loose at the 40. Now look out to the 20. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 93 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
Cowboys 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
He was brought down by Josh Sweat. A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Here's Pollard again. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Running to the right, this is Vaughn. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here, as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Here's Vaughn. They'll run for it.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I thought they might try the sneak, but what they had planned turned out much better.
It certainly did, and let's face it, when you run the sneak there, that's probably the better percentage play to pick up the 1st down. But if you have confidence in your offensive line that you won't allow any breakthroughs by the defensive front, you run what they did there. Let the big guy take the football, who runs it a little bit better, and pick up the yardage.
He's got room at the 30.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Deuce Vaughn,
38 yards.
and the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now Dak, he wants to change the play. Vaughn on 1st and 10. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On play action, Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing is Hurts. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing a 4th down play to result in 23 yards. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Handoff coming left is Vaughn. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Prescott going to change the play. Staying on the ground with Vaughn. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the 2nd half,
Getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Second and 6, just inside the 30. This is Swift on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Hurts to throw.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Slot man moves right.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Now he's free to midfield.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And these are the situations that really tested defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, a run with Vaughn.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Tackled by Avonte Maddox.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A give running right is Vaughn.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Pick drop by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in there by Cooks. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure to.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. Vaughn on the handoff.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Prescott off play action.
Open man ran. It's complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Vaughn.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Vaughn.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
This one complete to his fullback down the backfield. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line.
They'll run here with Vaughn.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Deuce Vaughn,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith. Into space at the 45.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here's a toss play right to Swift.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Stephon Gilmore, he was the one defensively there who really blew that play up before it got started. Here's 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Running behind center with Vaughn.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Vaughn.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
This is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Here comes 2nd down. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And we now have a new the single-game interception king, a record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely phenomenal. What comes to mind quickly, partner, is one of the more recent ones to get to 4. D'Angelo Hall, a terrific player in his own right, but in this case, 5. That sets a brand new NFL record.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he gets it down to the 32. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So that